Alright, fuckers, welcome back to drawing from reference, building a visual library, all that shit. And no, today's thumbnail is not a clickbait. Thumbnail, what the fuck is that list? Today's thumbnail is not a clickbait because I am addressing all the haters. Although, in this instance, I have two comments. These are more annoyances or grievances with my personality more than anything. They're actually pretty funny. But one person told me to stop all the burping. They said it's really annoying. Listen here, cunt. Okay, I'm not burping because I want to. I'm burping because I have to, and I have to because I want to. Do you see the difference? Or in this case, here, actually, I have no idea why I burp so often. Even my girlfriend pointed out that I do not burp nowhere near that often in my day-to-day life. Like when I'm just chilling. For some reason, when I'm sitting down doing art, I think maybe it's because I'm drinking a lot of water. Plus, I'm sitting down, right? So my stomach's a bit congested. Who fucking knows? Maybe I'm also unintentionally playing up the bit of burping all the time. But yeah, I'm not trying to intentionally burp. But if I am, that's just how it is. Uh, I had more talking points prepared, but yeah, I guess my burping is an issue. So I guess I'll just up it by 10 to ensure that it doesn't become an issue, it becomes a problem. And the other person, this was just fucking weird, to be honest. But someone else commented on one of my videos saying that they tried watching my videos for a very long time, but apparently a very large amount of insecurity was leaking through, and they hope I learn to love myself moving forward. And I genuinely appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words, right? That's what I told them. I'm like, thank you for the support up until now. What the fuck else do you say to that? All right. I guess all I can say is I hope you understand what sarcasm and joking is. But if I do sound extremely insecure to the audience, then I hope this makes you feel pity for me, and therefore you give me money. And that's a great segue into today's begging for likes and subscribes. So please like, subscribe. I'm extremely insecure, and I'm on the verge of collapse. So only your likes and your subscriptions, your fake internet points, will keep me alive. So yeah, there you go. I've addressed the haters. I think we can move on now. We've cleared the air. I've cleared the air. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm excited for more to come. On the paper, of course. Anyways, yes, guns from imagination. So let's do that. Why don't we? Let's draw some guns from imagination, right? And I guess this is the designing phase, right? So to fill this page front and back with a design. I actually have no idea how to fucking design this thing. Maybe we should create an orthographic view. And if people don't know what that word means, I just found out about it because of Art What. It basically just means let's create a side view. So we could do something like this, right? There's that. Maybe. And Antonio said one thing. He's like, just learn to stretch and play with the shapes you've already established. Right, so maybe it could be something like this. Right. I don't fucking know. And then this is the other part of the gun. Right, this thing can... There you go. Something like that, maybe. I'm just making shit up, obviously. But this looks fucking stupid. I'm gonna have to obviously make it make more sense. There you go. That's our side view. Just a bunch of fucking weird boxes stacked around each other. But now it is on me to make sense of it. Right. So let's do that. So let's start from here. See, already kind of trying to change the way things can be. Right. Yeah, I haven't drawn in a couple days, so maybe this is going to be the, I guess, sort of warm up for today in the sense that just getting back into it. But let's see, what is the perspective here? So that's my perspective that I've established. And then we could do something like, wait. Yeah, okay. Right, I wanted to make it go down a bit more. Again, does this... It's a bit chunky and doesn't really make sense, probably not, but I'm just gonna try to do what I can, right? Honestly, guns are very difficult. That's why I'm kind of just allowing ideation to occur. Right, and then what the hell else did I decide on? Some weird shit here, which... like comes down like this, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I have planned here, but maybe this can actually be something that's cylindrical, right? And then we can just change it up slightly, something like that. This is not a gun. This is not a gun in any fucking universe. Funny. But okay, so that's happening. Now what the fuck is this? It's attached like this, I guess. See, that's not intentional. I just don't know why. I guess when I'm sitting, I just have to burp more, right? The need to burp arises. So there you go. I hope that addresses your concerns, right? If you still have any additional grievances regarding my my personality and the way I am, right? Please do report it to HR. I'm sure they'll get back to you in a few years. You know, once I get in the HR department, that is. But let's go down like so. This is basically like fucking the entire thing here. Cool. But first we also need this, right? So I need to try visualizing exactly how this is gonna look. Oh wait, it's over here. Okay. Something like that. Right? And then it's like so. There you go. This is over here. You don't really see the other side. Right? Oh, I actually forgot to add the fucking the trigger itself. How does that look? Well, I think I fucked something up here. Yeah, definitely fucked something up here, but let's just go with it. Maybe I'm just not an orthographic view kind of guy. You know, maybe that's just not who I am. This is not a gun. This is not a fucking... Does this look like a gun to you? Eh, kinda. But hey, like for trying to do it in this angle and some random ass shit like this, that's not too bad, right? But let me just add the trigger. So what would the trigger be? The trigger is the opposite way. So if this is the perspective, so it'd be something like this. There you go. That's the trigger, I guess. I still need to figure out, obviously, this little handle component. But actually, technically kind of does look like a gun, I guess, right? It's not too bad. Now we just need to add a bunch of like little cutouts and shit to make it look more legit. Like so. Like that, right? Ooh, it's a cutout. And we're just gonna, I don't know, do this. Ta-da! Right, we can even add it in the corner here. something like that. Maybe another hole right there. What else can we do? Well, I'm using extremely basic shapes, so maybe there's not much that can be done. But then again, that's the exact type of mentality that Antonio would like to get rid of, right? Is that basic shapes is you can do a lot with that shit. But okay, we'll leave this one for the time being. Just pretty interesting. Let me rest my brain, and then we'll get to trying to create more types of guns, right? At the end of the day, I'm just experimenting with that with what I already know, right? But yeah, if I were to actually, in a non-meme way, address quote unquote the hate, it's just if you like my personality, you stick around. If you don't, fuck off, right? If you want to leave a comment being a dick, sure, go ahead, right? I'm not the whole point of any YouTube channel or any online personality or personality is the fact that they want people who actually enjoy them. You know, I would like people who enjoy my content to watch my content, listen to my content, whatever. You know, draw along in the background, right? I don't really care about people who don't particularly like that because clearly, you know, this channel isn't for you, and that's completely fine, right? It hurts me inside, and I will cry about it for a few hours at least every day, but I will make my peace with it, just like you should as well. Get the fuck off my channel, and until only after you watch the entire video. I'm getting tired of my own jokes. I can see why there's a lot of hate. Breaking news: YouTuber understands the criticism. Okay. Let's try something smaller, maybe. I want to do something in the same vein as this, right? So something like this. I'll visualize it. You go, and something like that, right? And what else can be done? Big, medium, small. Do those words mean anything to me? Probably not. But let's try doing something like maybe this can go outwards, right? Something like that. And then from the ashes shall be born something like that, right? If that's how I'm doing it here, then maybe I should do the same thing. There you go. It's less like a gun now, but I think I can still fix it, right? Let's see. What the fuck am I even... What am I making? This is not a gun. Let's see if I can fix it, though. Something like... Nope. That is not correct. How deep is this? Something like that. No, that's not that decent. But it's okay. It's what it is. I mean, it's all ideation at the end of the day, right? Doesn't really have to make too much sense. But again, I should have spaced it out a bit better. That is my biggest problem, I think, is just spacing things out a bit better. But let's try again. I do like this angle because it pushes me. Something like, I guess, okay, so maybe a small thing over here, and then maybe it's slightly larger, but this one is like a hexagonal shape, right? Something like that. And then we can have, okay, I saw a gun from Helldivers, which basically had these sort of like antenna things coming around, like so, and they were coming around. Is that the arc thrower? I think the arc thrower had that. My friend hates that gun just because he's fucking shit at using it, but you know, I'm not shit at using it, so I actually enjoy it quite a bit. But it's something like, something like that, almost. And then there's a, this little shape around here, which essentially houses it. This could be wrong. It kind of tapers in, I think. Something like that. Obviously, I know at this point the handle is actually like in front of this, so we actually don't see the handle that much. But it is, I think it is something like this. Something like that. I could be wrong. It's actually, and the perspective is actually a bit off now. But I'm trying to think. And then I guess it's just, I don't know how it ends actually. I'm not actually trying to recreate the arc reactor. I just thought I'd use that element as part of this design. But it's interesting, right? Just trying to think of the perspective as well. I know the handle's somewhere here. Because perspective, we're making it go this way for the time being. Is that way? There you go. Kind of realign the perspective, I think. And what does that look like? But the thing is, like, the fucking handle's literally at the front here, so I just gotta think how that would surround it. How would that look? What the fuck? How would that look? Or maybe I'll just leave this for the time being. How about this? We'll just leave this because I don't really have an idea of what I can do with the handle anyways. And I'm gonna rest my brain. Yeah, let me actually try some more of a basic looking gun, not something so wild, right? Now what angle could I do that in? I guess I could do it in this angle, but I want to make it go this way. So let's do something like, it's the perspective. Here we go. Something like that. Hmm. There you go, something like that, baby. And then there you go. Okay, cool. Now maybe I can start adding shit, right? And I know, because actually, my friend has a shotgun, right? And like obviously, like Canadian law, you have to keep it locked up on all that shit. It was pretty interesting, and he didn't have any bullets either, but he beat the shit out of me with it. But apart from that, while he was abusing me, I managed to feel up the gun because Kim Jong-il does say to feel up the thing that you're trying to understand better. So I felt the shit out of it in between every stroke of pain, right, and arousal. But okay, I'm trying to think. What can I do here? What do I usually see in guns, sci-fi or otherwise? Right, something like that. I don't know what that is, but it's something, right? That's the whole point. I'm just trying to make something. And again, obviously trying to keep a general perspective in mind. I should stop working over it. I need to make my lines a bit more confident. And let's see. Looks pretty cool though. This is probably a bit too big, but I was just trying to figure something out here. Because I've seen something like this in guns. It's probably to caulk it, right? But again, I'm just thinking about shapes right now. Functionality can probably come after, but oh, that's slightly off perspective. I think that's good. I think that's fine. It's something, which is what matters to me right now. It's just something that looks. Maybe I can add a little, yeah, something like that there, and we can. I guess I still made this a bit too thick, maybe, but I'm trying to think. Something like. Right. And then if we get this isn't even that thick, so it would be something like that. There you go. Obviously, like this back part still needs to be jutting out a bit more, but I think that looks okay. Again, this is like a very fucking wonky ass gun, clearly. But if we start adding maybe some sort of cutout. I don't know. I don't know. I should probably stop adding things. It's gonna make it look very convoluted. But the overworker in me cannot help it. Whatever, cool. That's a gun-looking thing as well, right? This, nowhere near a gun-looking thing. But let me rest my brain, and then we'll continue onwards. Just kind of trying to experiment with different shapes, I guess, right now, right? With what I've already established for myself. All right, cool. I don't honestly. I know I said, "Oh yes, 2 pages every time, front and back," but I think I'm just gonna do it until I get tired of it. I'm already kind of tired of drawing these guns or drawing guns in general. I'm excited to move on to the next thing, which is gonna be back to my, fuck, this thing, right? This thing, right? Oh, can you see it? Yeah, this, right? My block one, because I don't know. I don't know if I'm being impatient. Right? I'm trying not to be impatient, but I would like to learn something or practice something new. But at the same time, this very well could be impatience, right? So, what other angles can we do? What's another angle? Well, I want to do more of this design language. I really like what I did here. So, let's do this one then. Except let's turn it this way. Shit, I already kind of fucked it up. There you go. Just pretend like it didn't happen, right? There you go. I guess it's going to be a bit different. But Yeah, let's see how it goes. Yeah, definitely already kind of fucked this up, but now I just have to think about the perspective, right? Something like that. And yeah, that ellipse is also off, so that's okay. Yeah, I think the biggest thing I've been missing is just kind of trying to keep the perspective, the box in mind, right? Which is just one of those things, it's what it is. Always going to be working on that, but it genuinely is probably the most important thing, at least I think for me, right? And obviously slowing down as well, right? Patience and all that gay shit. So, okay, it's a bit further back, so it should be around here. I think I fucked it up. I definitely fucked it up. It is not the same shape. I'm gonna make it slightly more different because obviously I'm running out of space. So, and it's too thick here too. So there's that. I'm gonna make it slightly different. Again, does this really look like a gun right now? Hopefully by the time I'm done, it'll look more gun-like. Right? Really what I'm doing is just allowing myself the creative liberty to create gun-like shapes. So when it comes time for my next imagination bout, however fucking many months from now, right? I'm not limited by just knowing how to draw one gun-like shape. Again, not an actual gun, but something that kind of looks like it is the main point right now. Because do I know what the parts of a gun look like? Absolutely fucking not. I don't. I really don't. There you go. Hard Surface C is the name of the game, right? Hard Surface C. Something like that. Maybe even something like that. I don't fucking know. Leave it, leave it. God damn it. Every time I try to do something different, every time it goes to shit. It goes to shit. But I mean, it's fun. I'm having fun, right? I think I am. So right. This thing's gonna be a fucking thick ass goddamn handle again. Except this time, I'm going to try to make it a bit different. There you go. Something like that. There you go. This too. That. Right, because it's going to come down from there. Something like that. So again, a little bit lost in translation. It's diverging right now, very clearly. As always, it's a bit tough, but you know, I'm trying my best, right? That's how I always cope, right? I'm trying my best, guys. I'm trying my best. Oh shit, was that too insecure? I'm sorry, commenter, was that too insecure? I mean, I'm doing what I can, guys. I believe in myself. I don't know what the fuck that person's talking about, to be honest. Like, you actually have to be a bit brain dead to not understand. I've just been memeing my way through my videos, right? This is just my personality. You know, if I was insecure, I'd probably fucking never say any of the jokes that I ever did say, right? But I feel as if they take the things that I say at surface level rather than looking beyond the nuance of it all. Oh my god, this guy's so smart. He's such a genius. Like that type of shit, right? They should really just understand and accept that I'm literally a god. But I guess, you know, when it comes to having a low IQ, that person isn't fuck. What am I trying to say? Foreign with the subject. I see, like this is the thing. I don't know how the fuck you think you took any of what I do or say seriously. Brother, why, brother, why? Okay, so lots lost in translation. But hey, maybe I could still add this little ellipse that I had in the original, right? Like that. What else? I had little cylinder cutouts. Like that. Right, guys, I'm genuinely confused. If you think I'm an insecure piece of shit, please do tell me why. And I'll be glad to make another video capitalizing on on your comment, being like addressing the hate part 2, you know. But yeah, this is the fucky part. This entire thing I did off perspective. The part of the trigger over here. But hey, looks okay. Let me rest my brain. I'm getting, I think, better at just the main thing is I have the skill for the fundamentals. I just needed to understand general shapes and how they work. Now that I'm getting to that point, things are starting to look a bit more believable. Hopefully. Hopefully. That's the goal. Anyways, let me rest my brain. And now, just to prove how not insecure I am, I'm going to talk extensively at length about how I'm the most secure person you'll ever meet, and all the reasons as to why you should believe me. Number 1, for all of you listening, I have just completed drawing an above average penis. There you go. That's all you need. Number 1 is the only one that's required. And yes, they are detached because that's how it works in real life. And yeah, there you go. That's it. Anyways, God, I do need new jokes. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm insecure. This is why I always talk about dicks all the time. What the fuck should I draw next? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Okay, let me actually just practice some. Maybe okay. What shapes do I like the best when it comes to sort of trying to figure out guns, right? So I like doing something like this. Now this gives me the tingles when I do something like this. Right? I like making this type of shape. I guess really when it comes to art, it's about discovering kind of what you like, right? Once you have a certain level of skill, you do have the liberty to experiment. So I do like creating something like this. But what about this do I not like? I don't like how, let's see. Well, I do like it, but something about it feels off. What about it feels off? Maybe the fact that I need to add more variety. There you go. Maybe something like this, right? Maybe I need something like that. You know? But then again, I don't like how this feels so disjointed, right? It doesn't really make much sense. So what do I not like here? Well, this doesn't make any sense. So let's try it again. Over here, from this angle. Right? Something like that. Right? So I do like this sort of almost castle-esque, you know, cut-out shape. You know? I do like that quite a bit. But maybe what I wanted to do when it came to this is to add it behind, right? Maybe this is what I was trying to do. Maybe I like this as well, like this as the top part, right? But it's also a bit off center. That doesn't look that good. Let's try again. Maybe what I like is it being on both sides, right? So maybe something like it's here and it's over here as well, right? Something like that. Again, I'm kind of just ideating right now on the shapes that I enjoy creating. Because at the end of the day, it's just about me trying to figure out what is it that I want, you know? All that wonderful self-improvement stuff, right? So maybe this is what I like, right? And the initial cylinder just goes a bit past, comes around, like so. Whatever. Maybe this is what I like for one of the parts, you know? And maybe I like, just to add some variety, a smaller one coming out. That looks more quote-unquote gun-like, right? All ideation, of course. This type of shape looks pretty interesting to me too. And that's based off what we learned when we practiced, right? Like this. I do like that quite a bit. You know? Wait, what the fuck did I just do? What the fuck did I just do? Oh no, ignore. Let's try again. Yeah, like this type of shape. Right, something like that. It's just a bit different, you know? But I do like this type of shape quite a bit. Oh, I just farted. There you go. But oh yeah, I know. See, I understand why that other commenter was like, "Oh, you're the burping nonsense, very juvenile." Yes, I have a juvenile personality, right? For the time being, for however many years moving forward, right? I enjoy certain types of humor and I enjoy making certain types of jokes and acting in a certain way. I find it funny. At the end of the day, I'm trying to entertain myself while I draw and learn while I draw, right? I'm not really trying to entertain a particular audience. Again, if you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. I am going to be one of the greatest of all time. Right? That's the whole shtick, is the fact that no matter how much you think I'm a fucking weirdo, the skill speaks for itself. Right? You cannot deny the skill that I'm gaining, you cannot deny the progress that I'm making. Right? That's why I always say draw along, keep me on the background, give me retention and mute my videos. Because that way you can enjoy the progress, I guess, and still give me money. But yeah, no, that's fine, right? Maybe fucking 20 years from now, I'll be more chilled out, and suddenly that person will be like, wow, yeah, so I like you now. Well, good for fucking you, all right? I'm not trying to entertain you. It's all about me. It's all about me. Okay, now what else can we do? If this is the perspective I've established, right? Maybe I'd also, going on that sort of this diamond-like shape, right? Maybe I like this, right? Something like that, or maybe I like something like that. I don't know. We're figuring it out. Right now, what I seem to gravitate towards is based on what I've already established, like one cylinder, maybe tinier cylinder coming out, right? And then I don't know, maybe we can just change the shape up. It could be something like this. Right? That's still quote unquote gun-like. Oh wait, I fucked up the perspective. Right? I mean, this is all ideation at the end of the day, right? I'm just trying to think of interesting shapes. And again, I don't. The word interesting is also difficult because it makes personally for me, it subconsciously makes me want to always make things look super cool. But do I know what the fuck a super cool shape is? No, I don't. I'm literally trying to figure that out as I go right now, right? The word interesting is difficult. Even like technically, even this like is a interesting shape, right? But how the fuck do you make a gun out of that? Like, yeah, we can make it 3D like that, right? But I guess I'm still definitely trying to figure out the random shapes that I can add to these guns. I don't really care about believability right now, obviously, but I do care about making things look cool, I guess, right? So I guess let me do one more gun over here. There you go, something like that, right? Just something poking out. And I'm well aware that my perspective needs work. Like when it comes down to making these smaller lines and more fine line work, my hand does waver a decent amount. So I'm trying to focus on that. And again, I'm just figuring things out right now, right? So yeah, I made this completely off. Yeah, this is a difficult perspective to draw from. Like, I know it looks very muddled. Trust me, I understand how muddled this looks, but maybe this is all it has to be, right? Because I actually don't really draw from this perspective that much. Therefore, there's gonna be a lot of mistakes, which is good. If there weren't mistakes, then there's no learning. There's no effort being put, right? There you go. Just make this like, I guess, a smaller gun for the time being. There you go. Does it make sense? No. Does it look awkward? Yes. Right. And that's okay. Yeah, ended up being way more awkward than I expected, which is good because again, like I'm just trying to figure out how this works, right? We should actually do another one in that relatively similar perspective. And this time I kind of have an idea, right? Smaller guns are still guns, right? Guns, lives matters. Let's go. Something like that. Right. Okay. Again, I'll make this a small gun as well, but now I think I have a better idea of what I want to do here. There you go. That's a bit obviously off perspective, but I think you can kind of see the idea I'm going for. Right? Because that's going to come out like that. There you go. Yeah, again, gun-like shapes. That's my whole thing right now, because I don't want to worry too much about what's really going on. Right? Now, how can I add something like this down here, right? We can add two, actually. There you go. And then see, like I do need to slow down, clearly. This one already looks a bit more as if there's a bit of intention. Intention. So, it's not bad. It's pretty cool, actually. Right, and we're just going to focus on the main shapes. Of course, there should be one right around there, so... There's something like that. There you go. Not perfect in terms of perspective, but you know, getting there. And then we can something like this. There you go, see? That's also quote-unquote interesting, right? Sort of little hinge almost for the gun, although I slightly misaligned it. And now we can create... Obviously, this is not the same perspective as this. So that's the thing, right? In general, humans, we will gravitate towards the easier thing, like that doesn't require as much effort. But I'm doing my best to try to circumvent that, although even subconsciously at times it will still lean towards the easier option. Right. Okay, then I can do something like... There you go. And we can have... This is pretty thin, so... This comes down like right there, so yeah, it should stop right around there. And we need the trigger. Maybe I could do something like this, be a little bit cheeky. There you go. Ta-da! A small gun. Better, for sure. Right. And I guess they all have like little cutouts. Like that, right? That's what the original one had. What does that cutout mean? I don't know, but it exists. There you go, something like that. I don't know. And again, fuck it, let's just add a little cylinder right there. Something like that. Okay, cool. 56 minutes. Let me rest my brain and then I can create another one over here, right? Really play around with it is my whole thing. And it's getting better, actually. I think honestly, just kind of dicking around really helped. We started with this, then we kind of, it went all over the place with this. This one was really awkward. But I feel as if with this one, I'm actually starting to understand how the type of shapes that I find interesting, right? And to be honest, I think this one should have two. Like honestly, there should have been another one right around here, like so, right? Because that's what I find interesting. You know, I feel as if some sort of symmetry, duality, whatever, would have been a lot better. You know, like already you can tell it looks a bit better. That's what I would do. You know, and again, I'm not precious with these, so I don't care if it's drawn over or whatever. Right? Maybe even another cylinder right there. Fucking garbage cylinder, but a cylinder nonetheless. But yeah, maybe something like that. Right. So that's how I want to approach it. And you know what? I like this design, so why don't I just rotate it over here and see if I can maintain that? Because again, improve spatial reasoning, rotate it. That's how you know if you actually understand what you drew or not. But let me rest my brain first, and maybe I'll drink some water and burp and piss some people off. I'm probably gonna run this fucking joke into the ground. It's probably already ran into the ground right now. But that's how it is. Maybe I haven't been thinking hard enough for this session. I do wonder that at all times, of course. So let me try to think a bit harder while I rotate this, right? I can't tell sometimes. Like I genuinely can't tell if I'm making it enough of a concentrated effort, but we'll just have to do our best, right? So let me rotate this in an angle that would work here. I guess I'll do something like that. God, I just know that I'm gonna fuck up the proportions somehow. But I'm just trying to think how I can rotate this. Okay. Yeah, like this is the angle. If this is like this here, then I want to just bring it back and bring it like this here. Right. So So what would the perspective be there then? Would it just be like a normal fucking box? Okay, let's start with that. I'm just trying to rotate it in my head, which is important, right? Okay, bring it around. Yeah, okay, so it would be something like that, right? Let's see. Then obviously this is like a much smaller version, I guess I'm drawing. But something like that, right? This? Maybe? No. Actually, it's a bit off. Yeah, that's a bit off. It should not look like that. So that's incorrect already. That's incorrect. I didn't take my time, which is the lesson always, is just to take the time, right? But then something like that, right? Cool, I think. But let's keep going. It's back here. It's down like so. Oh wait, and then it's that. There's these little cylindrical shapes. Cylindrical shapes. Like so. And we have this little cylinder right here. And I guess that's where... What the fuck? What's going on here? Okay, this is... Cool. Now this is where I guess... I feel like I already fucked a lot of things up. I think this ended up being way too small. I didn't do this correctly over here, like this little cutout over here. Right. Lots of things are a bit incorrect. And again, the main thing is I have to keep focusing on the perspective. Okay, now this, I guess, it's gonna come back here, right? Hmm. Nope. Wow, that is so fucking off. I'm gonna leave it. But it makes sense. Like rotating something like this is hard, and I definitely lost it at the end there. But I guess next time I can just on my own. I'm gonna leave the reference drawing. Yeah, next time I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna try rotating this thing again here and put more effort into it. This is obviously like I don't think I put enough effort into this one. I wasn't patient enough, and I think I was maybe in a rush, right? I did put effort, but you know, like as you can see, I kept losing the perspective, which is huge, right? I kept losing the perspective. So yeah, but again, it has been a couple days since I've drawn, so I'm just gonna excuse myself and give a bunch of excuses on that end, right? I'm just getting back into it, but I mean, always a good drawing session. I just enjoy it, and I'm really glad I'm moving towards just learning and ideating and actually coming up with quote unquote designs that I feel at the very least are in the direction where I'm like, okay, that kind of looks cool, right? But yeah, I think I'm done with reference drawing for now. I know you shouldn't go by feelings, but all I'm doing is practicing anyways, and intentionally practicing. So I feel as if I've done enough of learning about guns for the time being, and then I can come back and practice more and like reinforce it more, right? Guns, tanks, and planes. That's the goal for the next however many years. Just really get good at creating different versions of those, ideating on those, all that type of stuff. But yeah, apart from that, great session. You know, just fucking just dick there. I completely forgot about that. But yeah, oh yeah, begging for likes and subscribes. One commenter said I should really increase the amount of begging and that I do for likes and subscribes. But to be honest, I don't know how. Right? This shit drains me, man. Please, just fucking do it. Fucking do it. I'm gonna get angry now. You don't want to see me when I'm angry. Yeah, just like, subscribe, right? All that fucking retarded ass shit. Do it, don't do it, but especially do it, right? I think that's what I'm trying to get across here. So yeah, yeah, if you're at this point in the video, just fucking like and subscribe. What the fuck is your problem, right? You don't go through enough of your shit just to be like, hey, I'm gonna stick it to the man and not give him what he wants. Give me what I want, goddammit. And then with that being said, I guess my fucking little autistic rant. Yeah, it's been a long time. It was good. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna stop rambling. Anyways, as always, fuck you for watching. Keep drawing and please give me money. Thank you. Bye. Oh.